Lambertsbaai main beach, which just goes on and on and on and on, and wait, it's not done yet. It goes on and on and on and on and on over there as well. Welcome to Lambertsbaai, South Africa, guys. When people talk about South Africa or places to visit, they always talk about Cape Town and Kruger National Park. I hope this video shows you that there are some absolute gems outside of the usual tourist trail here in South Africa. Let's go and explore. I'm just off to meet a prominent local artist here in Lambertsbaai. I think you'll enjoy his work. And here he is. Dag sê Andries, goeiemôre.
Goeiemôre.
Hoe gaan dit?
Ja, jy gaan draai gespaar.
Nou sê oom, ja, dit is lekker om vir oom te sien, man.
Ja, dankie Willem.
Ja, kan ek so 'n bietjie kom kyk hierso? Net wat oom doen, goed. And I can immediately see that there are some interesting stuff here for us to look at. Dankie dat oom my ontvang hierso.
Ja, Willem. Ons mense.
So these are the classic boats of Lambertsbaai. Dis mos die Lambertsbaai boot in oom wat oom hierso so doen. En wat is hierdie oom? Is dit photo frames en goed?
Foto frampies.
Photo frames. Dit is oom se werkswinkel hierdie, nee, is dit nie?
Ja, ons werkswinkel.
Ja, jy sien, ag, dis wonderlik oom.
Werkie man.
Ja, so waarmee is oom nou besig? Is dit nog
dis die boot.
Ja.
Om man is nou op die omloop besig met die boot.
This one, ja. So
en as hom ander is nou klaar is met hom, dan gaan hom ander nog so 'n kleintjie maak so daar land staan.
okay, ja. So Andries, vertel net gou vir my, so hierdie is nou 'n groter boot hierso en dis 'n kleintjie. Is dit verskillende tipe bote?
Ja, Willie. Kyk. Dit is die boot wat hulle mee kreef vang.
Okay, so oom Andries here just explained to me that this is a crayfish boat. Yes. Dankie oom.
Jy kan maar sien, hierso is die sorteerbak waar die kreef, as die vyf opgetrek tel raak in die water uit.
Ja.
Né? Daar word die sak opgemaak, dan val die kreef hier en die groot kreef bly agter en die kleintjies kom hier deur, dan gaan hulle weer in die water in.
So this is used as for sorting the big and the small crayfish. So al die detail van die boot het oom hierso, jy het oom hierso ook ingewerk. En selfs is mos die kajuit is hierso.
Ja, dit is die kajuit, jy gaan in hierso, ja.
So oom Andries here even created the sort of the door. I mean, just for little detail, and well, I mean, it's incredible just the amount of work that would have gone into this. You can see Weskus Lammers with the West Coast. Ja. Dis ons wêreld nou oom, is dit nie?
Ja, dis ons wêreld.
Ja.
Dis wêreld.
En die groter oom hierso?
Nou, dit sien. Willie, dit is die groot boot. Dit is die boot wat hulle mee vang in Joey.
Okay.
Sardijn.
Okay.
Dat hulle met banker.
Ek sien.
Makreel. Dan het hulle so 'n klein visie wat hulle noem onderbaaitjie. Alles wat die op is, hoort die op.
Yes.
Dan,
Ja, 100%.
alles wat die op is, hoort die op. Dit, die liggies, die aerial drade, alles bevat hy wat hy moet hê.
So everything, yeah.
Hy sit hier 'n ding op wat hy moet die visie.
Yeah, so everything on here has got a function. There's nothing on here that is superfluous.
As hy afgaan water toe, dan gaat hy moet af, maar dan lê moet hy onder, dan pomp hy die vis uit, dan kom die agter die vis hier deur. Dan kom die vis hier in, dan kom val hy hier in die holen, dan kom loop die water hier uit.
So the water goes out through there.
Nee.
Dan kom ons ook hier.
Ja, die hier staan kan jy.
Nou, so yeah, there we can see it better.
Willie, ek is ou man is 65 jaar oud. Maar die vader gee die ou man nog
daai krag en so.
geleentheid uit krag. Hy genade kan.
Ja.
Om voor te gaan. Maar ek sê wel, Willie, as ek so goed opgestaan het en ek het my oopgemaak en ek het vir hom dankie gesê, ek sien die lig.
Ja.
Verstaan?
Yes.
Dan kan ek trots voel, man.
Natuurlijk.
Dan nou die vrou gesê, kyk nie, ja, wat op. Sê sy, nee man, nou haar nie. Gaan maar môre kyk wat ons daar.
Kyk eens so dis die ja, this is the paint that Andries uses here, the white paint.
Ja.
And then you've got the gloss for the black as well.
Ja. En dat blauw. Wat is dat binnen? Dat is allemaal die blikjes, man. Ik kan maar die groot blikken koekjes zien.
Ja, nee, ek sien hom. Yes.
Ik heb altijd net zo dat ik kan
Yeah.
uitkomen.
Drawings, the ships, the frames. It's a huge variety, and now he brings out even more frame. Wow, yes. So this is something for, let's say, a 60th anniversary.
Ja.
A key and a photo, and this one here. Wow, that's also, it's the same, but it's like a deurtjies oor met jy, and it's almost like a jewelry box,
Yeah,
or it's like earrings and various bits and bobs you can put in here. You can see the sheer variety that this man produces. It's incredible, yeah. Oom is regtig 'n diamant hier aan die Weskus, man.
Ja, nee, wil ik kijken.
As-
Ik heb baie dingen reg bij baie mensen.
Ja.
Echt daar. Kijk, ik zal alles voor jullie zeggen, maar die.
Oh, that's a secret.
Ja.
Okay, so he, even with me here, he's willing to share his
Dat is mijn geheim.
knowledge about how he builds it, but how he, in terms of how he shapes the wood there, he's not going to tell me his secret. I don't know why. Yeah, no, he says it's his secret. Yeah. Nee, is reg om Andries. Ja, 'n man moet 'n geheim hê. Dis soos 'n ou wat 'n resep op het vir as hy iets het, jy kan vir hom alles, maar daar's altyd een secret ingredient wat net jy is, ja. Om Andries, ek wil net vir hom baie dankie sê.
Dankie.
Vir oom se tyd vandag.
Dankie.
En dat oom vir my hier bietjie hierso gewys het. If you're in Lambertsbaai in the West Coast kind of area, remember who produces the art. They have to support you because you are an absolute star here on the West Coast. I'm sure you'll agree that this was a special experience. I'm just walking here in one of the neighbourhoods in Lambertsbaai. And isn't it just amazing how smaller towns compared to cities, you just immediately feel a lot more relaxed, a lot more aware of your surroundings as well. And certainly in this part, what I've noticed is just how the sea and the ocean combines with the flora or vegetation around here, and you can really see it here on the pavements. For example, people have used crushed shells on the pavements just to spruce it up a bit together with the plants. Just listen to the sound. The beaches here in Lambertsbaai is definitely the highlight. I'm standing here at a region called Malkopbaai. Malkopbaai is in English called Crazy Head Bay. It's a bit of a weird translation, you might think, but the reason is that the waves crashing against the rocks makes it sound like a crazy head. Someone's crazy head. This is a typical walking trail here in Lambertsbaai, in Malkopbaai. You can see fishermen out on the waters. You can see part of Lambertsbaai factory over there with Lambertsbaai's very own Eiffel Tower, the factory tower over there. The trails in Lambertsbaai got a very distinct colour from the crushed mussel shells, and I'm not quite sure if it's the municipality or the tourist board or anyone else who's done this, but I think they've done a very good job. Very distinct look. You can see flowers, other stone plants, and you can hear the waves crashing against the rocks. Crazy Head Bay, Malkopbaai. And just look at all these black mussel shells here on the beach. Just listen to that sound. Waves crashing against the rocks, and my feet crushing the black mussel shells as I walk here in one of Lambertsbaai's most beautiful areas. There's some more walking trails, plants and rocks. You can also see some dried kelp here as well, and in the ocean itself, lots of kelp floating in the water. Yeah, at the moment it's quite misty actually, but I'm hopeful that the sun will come out later. Lambertsbaai, of course, known as the diamond of the west coast here in South Africa, and the town with the most moderate climate, the best weather. Yeah, I'm just a little bit hungry. It's around lunchtime. I'm just going to check what's on sale here. Looks promising. Oh, Tannie, hallo. Hoe gaan het?
Nee, dat kan ik klaar niet.
Lekker man. Wat maakt Tannie hier zo? Is het roosterkoekje?
Ik is bezig om een roosterbroodjie te maken.
Roosterbroodjie?
Broodje, ja.
Okay, so it's roosterbrood. I'm actually not quite sure of the English translation, but it's bread that is basically grilled on the grill, on the fire, on the braai.
Yes.
I see. Okay Tannie, ek sal een broodjie vat. Is dit reg?
Ja, dat is heeltemal reg.
Dankie Tannie.
Yes.
And oh, there's no sausage on the fire here, so presumably they've got some there. Try some of the street food here in Lambertsbaai. Ag, baie dankie man, dis nou wonderlik. Wat skuld ek vir jou?
Is 20 rand.
So 20 rand. In England this is approximately £1, so what a huge bargain.
Wat kan ek meneer opsit? 'n smoortjie of 'n chutney?
Miskien 'n smoortjie, sê jy vir my opsit?
Okay.
Okay, so they've got a local sauce here as well, which I'm going to try. That looks amazing. Baie dankie hoor.
Dankie, geniet.
Ek gaan, dankie hoor, daar sê. Roosterbrood, worsie en some smoor. Let's have a taste. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely wonderful. Come to Lambertsbaai. Roosterbroodjies on the fire. Dag sê meneer, hoe gaan het? Nou sê man, dit lyk mooi. Beautiful coffee shop here as well, Mad Hatter. We love to make coffee for the town that loves to drink it. And lavender soap. Yeah, typical West Coast art, as you can see, cross decorated with seashells and crushed shells there as well, mirror painted shells, homemade marmalade, homemade rusks. So rusks in South Africa typically is, you can have it as a breakfast food, you dunk it in tea and coffee. Here at the Mad Hatter, they're all mad here. And some more local art here. Welcome aboard the Rainbow Cruise in the Rainbow Nation. So here you've got a boat synonymous with Lambertsbaai. You got some scenes here from various parts of the world, so South Africa, Ukraine, various other countries as well, Brazil and Holland. And this is the road that connects Lambertsbaai with a nearby town called Graafwater and also Klein Willem. More countries here. Of course, Lambertsbaai is part of the Cederberg municipality. And this looks like the end of a rainbow cruise. So the wave brings you all the way here. You've got the Springbok emblem of our national rugby team. Various birds flying out in the colours of a rainbow. And this is Lambertsbaai Beach, the main beach, which we'll go to in a second. You can see there's the Lighthouse, that's the main beach, and another map of the world over here. And here you've got the Dutch Reformed Church in Lambertsbaai. Liefde sonder grense, love without borders. And this is the entrance to Lambertsbaai Lighthouse. It's only a small lighthouse, but it's Lambertsbaai's lighthouse, and we're very proud of it. Let's go check it out. So this is the path to the lighthouse. You can see lots of beach sand over here, and of course the reason for that is we are right here at Lambertsbaai main beach. There you have Lambertsbaai's Lighthouse, which we'll see up closer in a second, but just look here at the main beach and the long stretch of white sand that goes around there. There's a bit of a loop and you can see it goes on and on and on and on and on for kilometers and kilometers. So in Lambertsbaai, if you like rocks and if you like waves crashing against rocks, then you should go to Malkopbaai. But if you just like endless stretches of white sand, you should come to Lambertsbaai main beach. Some graffiti. Brendan Blowball, whatever that is signifying. I know what it means, but I don't know what it signifies. As we're walking to the lighthouse, of course we are next to the harbour here in Lambertsbaai, Bird Island over there, and you are next to Lambertsbaai main beach. Here's the church. There's a factory. So will I be able to get to the lighthouse with these two seagulls guarding the lighthouse? I have to be careful. Oh, one's going. And one's going. Yeah, they know who the boss is around here. That's me. Because I want to show you Lambertsbaai Lighthouse. You know, I grew up here as a little boy, and this lighthouse was just so much bigger when I was a little boy. But it's, despite its size, clearly not a conspicuous structure, but it is an iconic part of Lambertsbaai. And the wind is of course very strong in Lambertsbaai per occasion as well, and you will see some of the trees there. Just look at their angle in terms of how the wind has punished them over the years. That is also an iconic feature of Lambertsbaai. Some of the skewed trees, and it does look like the sun is about to show its head. I really hope so. Let's head back into town and see what else we can find. And here we are, guys, at these beaches that just go on forever and ever, for kilometers and kilometers. Unspoiled white sand beaches here in Lambertsbaai. Dag sê, hoe gaan het?
Bedankt, Sia.
Ja, lekker man. Koop maar net daai ene.
Nog 'n 20 cent asseblief.
Ek vergeet hoe lyk die geld hier in Suid-Afrika.
Baie dankie.
Okay, lekker dag vir jou ook, man. En vir jou ook.
Dankie. Bye.
Here we are at Lambertsbaai Foods, the potato chips factory. It used to be a fish and a crayfish factory. The chips that South Africans will eat in McDonald's and in Wimpy mostly stem from here. So next time you devour that burger and chips at Wimpy, there's a bit of Lambertsbaai on your plate. And we're just here at the harbour area. There's a restaurant over here as well called Isabella's. People can have some fish and chips and a pint of beer. This gives you an idea of the economic activity here in Lambertsbaai. There you can see Bird Island in the back. Lots of gannets on Bird Island and other species that attract a lot of ornithologists from all over the world to do some research here in Lambertsbaai. You can see people working on the boats there, maintenance perhaps. I've just met two locals here in Lambertsbaai, Hendrik and Sean. What about the boat?
Dat is dat crabs hier. Eating the crayfish here on the boats.
Okay.
Big traps.
The traps, so what are the traps used? Is that for
The crayfish.
for the crayfish? And you mentioned these are the diamond boats with a,
diamond boat, Santa Isabel.
if you've got the equipment, you can attach it to a boat and obviously pump diamonds from the ocean bed. And yeah, no, thank you very much for, dankie, laat meneer vir my gehelp het hierso, Son. En nou Hendrik, baie dankie, ek waardeer dit man. Julle moet 'n lekker dag hê.
Okay, see you.
Here you can see more of the boats, diamond boats and crayfish boats, fishing boats. Beautiful art here on the walls, a classic South African scene with a wind pump and some farm animals. And here's a local butcher called Pity's Vleishuis, so Pity's Meat House or butcher. Don't think the translation worked well there, but let's go in and see what is here. Yeah, this is a classic South African butchery, you know, with all the taxidermy on here, rugby shirts. Hello, say hello.
Hello.
Yes, and a lot of rugby memorabilia here. Obviously a cheetah fan, so the local team here in Western Cape is called Western Province, so it's strange that it's cheetah shirts, but I'll speak to the proprietor in a second and see what's going on. You can see this is the curry cups that the Cheetahs have won 1976, and they had to wait quite a long time until the 2000s, but then they won quite a few. And you can see some photos here as well, some absolutely fantastic Springboks over the years there. Eben Jansen, you've got Barry Wolmerans, you've got Gijsie Pinaar, Gary Germeshuis, a lot of signatures of, I presume these are Curry Cup winning teams as well. So meat is also very integral to the South African culture. A lot of braais. On weekends, for example, boerewors or boere sausage. That's a very popular sausage here in South Africa. Susaties, which is like a South African kebab. Baie dankie. You can see here's the droewors, which he's sort of preparing here and weighing. So 56 is 100%, baie dankie. Yes. I say yeah. Biltong is not biltong without a piece of fat. So this is the biltong here in South Africa as well. So traditional snacks that go with the barbecue or the braai on weekends. You like it also? Oeh, ja, oké. Ik wil even kijken of ik een geldje zo heet en zo. Ja, dat is fijn. Dat is reg. Okay. She's a good businesswoman, yeah? I asked for 50 rands worth of biltong, but she cheated and said 77. That's fine, you know, I can do that. Thank you very much. Baie dankie hoor, I say. And yeah, I think I'll be owners. Hello sir, how are you? Hoe gaan het?
Ja,
I have to ask for people on YouTube, so this is Western Province country here with the rugby. What's going on with all the orange and the Vrystaat? What is it like being a...
I think he's the only Free State supporter, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm a Griquas supporter, so I'm excused as well. So yes, I'll say. The owners are showing me some of his taxidermy here in the shop. Oh yeah, the legs and the hooves. Okay, so giraffe legs. And these are the skull mounts. There's die skull mounts dat oom het hier so net.
Ja,
wonderlik man. En hoe lank het dit nou vir hom gevat om alles so bymekaar te fix? 18 jaar. So 18 years, he's collected all this taxidermy all over the years. Fantastic. And here's a factory from another angle. The butcher where we just were. And some art here against the wall. Some of the things you can do. Firstly, welcome to Lambertsbaai. You can feel the ocean breeze, walk on the beach, watch the sunset, visit Bird Island, enjoy local food and wine, and just generally explore the west coast. Beautiful part of the world. This is the local museum here in Lambertsbaai called Sandveld Museum, where we can hopefully learn a bit more about the history. It's a fishing boat. Goedemiddag Tannie, gaan het?
Hallo seun.
Gaan het goed?
Dit gaan goed. En met jou?
Nee, goed man, ek woon jy's by Tannie hoor. Ek maak 'n YouTube videoetjie vir my YouTube kanaal. Kan ek 'n bietjie inkom en net so 'n bietjie videoetjie neem en so? Ag, dankie Tannie. Ek is Willie Tannie, aangenaam.
Ek het jou gesien toe was
So klein seentjie. Wonderlik, hallo Tannie. Ja. Ag, wonderlik Tannie.
maar net aan.
Baie dankie Tannie, daarso.
Baie dankie dat ek net hier inskryf.
Yes. Ag, dankie Tannie, hoor. Waardeer dit hoor. Lekker dag. Ons sien later. Yes, so let's see what we can find. So here's a map of South Africa. You can see down here Cape Town, and Lambertsbaai is just over there. So you can see about 280 kilometers north of Cape Town, Lambertsbaai. And here are some important dates in the history of Lambertsbaai. It's in Afrikaans, but I will translate for you. So in 1831, or 31st of December, Gerrit Erasmus, he hired or rented the entire area known as Otterdam. So Otterdam, the former name of Lambertsbaai. And 1826 to 1840, Admiral Robert Lambert, he was responsible for the surveying of the area, and Lambertsbaai is named after Admiral Robert Lambert. It's only a small museum in a small town, but the number of things on display here is quite remarkable actually. Here you've got the old Lambertsbaai Exchange. Look at this. In the days before telephones and smartphones and the internet, this is how people got connected. This is the numbers that you could dial. So take this one there, put it there. People working there. Various typewriters and telephones. Fashions and patterns back in the day. Wow. Over here as well. Sewing box. And this is a typical scene from a room that Afrikaner families would have lived in back in the day. Look at this. A copper hot water bottle, keeping people warm. Old Dutch Bible. Wardrobes. Wedding dress here. Kappies. Hat rack. Wat is 'n huis sonder liefde? What is a house without love? Wardrobe of a typical Afrikaner woman back in the day. And a feet wash tub. Wow. Old toilet. Medicine cabinet. Typical kitchen of Afrikaner families in this part of the world back in the day. Apron. Just reminds me of my grandmother's kitchen on the farm many years ago. A mincer. Various strike irons. Coal irons. Pots and sifts. An old butter firkin, yeah. 1867. Lunchbox, egg beater, strainers, coffee pots, Coleman's mustard. And here you've got a photo of old President Paul Kruger. So, have you ever heard of a Kruger Rands? This is the man. Him and his wife. An old organ. And this is classic South Africa as well. The old style portraits of people. I can certainly remember some of my family were also photographed in this manner. And here you've got lots of farm implements and farm equipment on display. So Lambertsbaai, obviously a small fishing town, but it's also in the area of Sandveld, where you've got a lot of prominent farms, potato farms for example. So you've got the Still Boiler, Mampoer Koning, Corker. And here you've got the Springbok blazer and Springbok jersey of Jan Boland Coetzee, former Springbok flanker and one of the better Springboks that South Africa's ever produced, if I can say so. So he was born in the nearby town of Porterville, but he was at school here in Lambertsbaai. Jan Boland Coetzee, JBC. Various mayors of Lambertsbaai all over the years. A sign that says municipal officers. And more history here about the Lambertsbaai Canning Company. Old photos. Wow, just look at the crayfish tails back in the day, removed from the body to be frozen and packed. A modern fish canning plant was installed in 1947. Information about Bird Island. You can see the colony of gannets. Come closer than ever before and experience the world's most accessible gannet colony.
Oudste goed in die museum, die 2 Bybels.
So I've just been told that this is the 2 oldest things in the museum. Bibles from Holland. Yeah, family Bibles 1682. Wow. And 1663. This is precious.
En so die polisiestasie gelyk toe ek daar in die polisie was.
Kan nie so was.
Ja, daai laaste kantoor was my kantoor.
Hier so op die hoek. Was
Yes.
het beste see uitsig van
Lekker.
ja. And information about the development of Lambertsbaai Harbour. Got some old style photos of what the harbour used to look like. Small jetty, used to load guano. There's wealth in Lambertsbaai, 1962. So if you're a history buff, or more specifically if you're a military history buff, you will appreciate this. Here's information about the HMS Sybille. The HMS Sybille was the only ship lost by the Royal Navy during the Anglo-Boer War. So the Sybille was wrecked here at Lambertsbaai. And here you can read up all about its history. Memorabilia in terms of the Anglo-Boer War as well, 1899 to 1902. See, HMS Sybille lost in the Boer War. This was in the Argus on the 17th of January 1901. Parts of a ship that are now displayed here in the museum. Artifacts from the HMS Sybille. Pipe reducer, various brackets, Gallup clock, sluice gate, or porthole frame. And this is a model of the Sybille displayed here as well.
Toe kon jy nog van hom sien.
Okay, yes.
Ek neem aan as die seewater baie laag is, gaan jy hom weer sien.
So photos of a wreck of a Sybille.
Die propeller
Yes.
het ook 'n geskiedenis aan, want ek kan onthou in die tyd wat ek hier in die polisie was, toe het duikers gekom, toe het hulle dit uitgehaal met
Ek sien.
lugsakke.
Ja.
En toe wou hulle het verkoop, maar toe het die hof beslis
So, nee, hulle gaan nie.
hulle moet dit hier kom.
Ag, dis eintlik wonderlik man dat hy nog hier is. Ek
Dit
stem 100% daarmee
Ja.
saam. So yeah, let's go and see the old propeller from the Sybille. And here it is. The propeller of the HMS Sybille on display here. and there's some information there about the Sybille. It's a bit faded. It was a twin screw second class cruiser of 3,400 tons, built in Newcastle. The Sybille arrived in Simonstown from England on Saturday 12 January 1901, where she was put to sea again on Monday 14 January, bound for Lambertsbaai. The only ship lost by the British Royal Navy during the Anglo-Boer War. In this Lambertsbaai Municipal Cemetery lie buried 2 British soldiers who fell in the South African Anglo-Boer War. Oh no, it looks quite rusty. Oh, there we go. See if we can find the graves of the soldiers. Here it is. Able Seaman Jones, HMS Sybille, died accidentally, and Corporal J.F. Smallwood died of wounds. Buried here in Lambertsbaai Cemetery. Here's the Lambertsbaai Fitness Centre, so if you want to buff up, that's where you go. And you also got a little coffee shop here, and I think they sell some touristy stuff as well, alle dingen and eatery. Let's grab a coffee. Dag sê, hallo, hallo. Lekker en self?
Ook goed, dankie.
Lekker man, maak julle nog koffie?
Ja, ons doen.
Nou sê, kan ek 'n cappuccino kry asseblief?
Enige man. Vir jou.
En ek maak so 'n videoetjie van Lambertsbaai met die YouTube. Is dit reg as ek so 'n bietjie so afneem? Ag, dankie man.
Dis nooit reg.
Nee, wat net so. Ek is soet genoeg, jong. So. Ag, baie dankie man. Daar sê, great stuff. Dankie. Jy ook man. Dankie. Daar sê. Just got myself a cappuccino, and this caught my eye here. You've got stationery bags made from old chips or crisps bags, popcorn bags. Very interesting. You've got some clothes over there, dresses, triptych artwork.
95% van alle stok in die winkel is plaaslik gemaak.
Ach, dis wonderlik. So I've just been told that 95% of all the stock in the shop are produced locally by women who live locally as well. So fantastic initiative here. Local art on plates. Very interesting, interesting shop. So here you got another workshop. Some beautiful art here on the side. Right, let's see if we can get to Bird Island, which is something to do here for tourists, probably the main tourist attraction here, to be honest. So let's go to the harbour. On the way to the harbour here, so you've got a Curio craft shop. Weskus, West Coast, Best Coast. And some interesting art here as well on the side. In the harbour, a few people enjoying a walk here. Lambertsbaai, a really nice relaxing experience if you do come here. This is exactly the reason why you should come here, to be honest. If you live in Cape Town or in busier places where life is a bit more of a fast pace, come here. Time absolutely does stand still here. Let's check out the rusty anchor. You can see birds off Lambertsbaai. You got the gannet, seagull and the penguin. Dag sê, hallo. Is die video okay, dame? As ek so 'n videoetjie neem, is dit reg? Dankie. Okay, a bit of a profanity there, but Afrikaans people, they'll understand. Red Bush tea, of course. Klein Willem, which is about 60 kilometers here from Lambertsbaai, is the Red Bush capital of the world. And so rooibos tea, Red Bush, catch of the day. Baie dankie hoor. Ons sien weer. Tot ziens. Bye bye. Dag sê julle, hallo. Hoe gaan dit? Lekker man. Yes, mooi skulpe weer wat julle doen man. Ja, lekker. Baie interessant meneer. Hallo. Ja, is 'n model boat. Yeah, nice. Yeah, made from driftwood from die see.
Yes.
I've just spoken to these two gentlemen here, and unfortunately Bird Island is closed. They are renovating or repairing something over there, I'm not quite sure. The knock-on effects of Bird Island being closed means tourists don't come here, tourists don't spend their money, and obviously that affects the livelihood of a local population, so it's a huge knock-on effect. It's a huge knock-on effect. So I'm just here with Markwin, local rugby player. He's going to show me where they practice. He's a scrum half, and of course South Africa desperately needs a scrum half that doesn't kick the ball away. So hopefully he can fix the crisis. And here we are at the Lambertsbaai sports grounds. You can see this is a local rugby team, Marines RFC. This is a typical rugby club in South Africa. Basic facilities, but absolutely no lack of enthusiasm. And it's just amazing how sport anywhere in the world is a powerful tool. It's a nice running game that they play here. Yes, Boobie. Hoe's dinge?
Oh, very good. Wil jy nie 'n biertjie?
Oom Boobie Leeman, 'n Lambertsbaai legend. So oom Boobie, oom is al hoe lank hier so op die dorp?
33.
33 jaar.
Ja. Nee, die eerste like hierdie dorp nou. As dit nie vir hierdie fabriek was, was hy nie 'n dorp seker nie. Dan was dit 'n afgetrede dorp, maar die fabriek hou ons aan die lewe.
Die fabriek hou ons aan die lewe. Ja, ek onthou die van my kleintyd af op die visreek van die dorp destyds. Was iets wat ek as mense hier gekom het, dan het hulle mos baie mense afgesit, maar ons locals is so, dit was vir ons 'n lekker, want as die reek van vooruitgang.
Dit was geld.
En so destyds en geld, die rooi geld.
Hulle het gesê dit was geld geweest.
Ja.
Nee, wil jy genius. Is wonderlik. Nee, Lambertsbaai, maar is te veel werkloos nou, dit is nou hartseer.
Dit is maar die realiteit.
Ja.
So part of my video is I really want to boost tourism in this region. Wat dan kom is hier lekker vir toeriste om hier aan te kom as hulle moet hulle Lambertsbaai toe kom.
Wel hy Weskus, Muisboskerm.
Ja.
Die eetplek, Isabella's.
Yes.
Dit is lewe.
Ja.
Dit is regtig lewe op Lambertsbaai en jy kan lank oud word.
Yes.
Jy doen die sonne
lewe op die pas.
Jy lewe in die see. Is wonderlik.
Ja, wonderlik oom. Oom Boobie, baie dankie. Lekker om weer vir oom op te sien man. Ja. Guys, I think this is where I'll end my video as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lambertsbaai in South Africa. So absolutely do come and pay the town a visit, because yes, it's a plea from me, we do need your tourism, but it's an absolutely fantastic place to visit, a hidden gem in South Africa. Thanks for watching my videos. I'll see you again soon. The sea is a cruel mistress.